Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League playoffs. We have game one between the Sassy Sylveons and the Sin City Cyndaquils here tonight. We're going to see which of these teams can get one up. Remember, it is best 2 out of 3, so they will have to win twice in order to move on to the next round. Double Intimidate coming from the Cyndaquils as well. We saw this strategy tried for, at least, by the Sleepers. It did not work out for them as they lost the first match, but we'll see if it works out for the Cyndaquils here as they're going to start off here. They're Litten, Shiny Litten, going to go for a cut, doing a bit of damage on the Shiny Squirtle. Here we go, regular Litten with the Swift. Now, I believe that hits both sides. Am I correct? It does hit both sides. Those are the kind of attacks you want to go for here when in these double battles in the playoffs. There goes a Poison Tail. Not a lot of damage. Physical move, of course. And the double Intimidate definitely hurt them a bit. But the Baby Ally is coming from the regular Squirtle, and it's going to lower regular Litten's attack. So, looks like they're returning the favor there, evening things up with those attack stats. Here we go, Litten. I'm gonna go ahead with a Misty Explosion. Is it worth it to do that? It's gonna hurt everyone on the field. Oh my gosh. Huge hit. Squirtle takes a lot of damage, but both of them survive and is not very effective on the Litten, the Shiny Litten, so it survives that, but it definitely wasn't worth it. Shiny Litten going in with the Electro Ball. That's super effective. And oh my goodness, Shiny Squirtle still survives. It takes an explosion and an Electro Ball is still alive, and it gets to retaliate there with the Hex. That doing a lot of damage. Shiny Litten approaches halfway, and there's the head smash from the Squirtle. That's super effective. Oh my goodness, the Sylveons coming out here fighting hard. Oh my gosh. The explosion was unexpected, I have to admit. I did not expect to see that explosion happen. And that is just insane. Here comes the Incineroar on the Cyndaquils. They're already down to their last 2 Pokemon. Sylveons have 4 Pokemon left to the 2 that the Cyndaquils have. Oh my goodness, the Intimidate coming from the Incineroar, so that is a 3rd Intimidate going on those Squirtles, but I guess it didn't matter. Here we go, Incineroar. It's gonna go for an extreme speed. That takes out the regular Squirtle. First Pokemon down on the Sylveons. That's what the Cyndaquils need. Here comes the Vanillish with the Feather Dance. Crowd is chanting in the background because it's been an exciting match so far. I hope you've been enjoying it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more of these Metronome Madness battles. Super effective cross chop, but with all those Intimidates, it hasn't done a lot of damage. And Incineroar, of course, easily taking that. And Thwacky is now going to join the field for the Sylveons, putting up the Grassy Surge. Of course, that will heal everyone out there. See who can use it to their advantage the most. The Squirtle has the most damage, so if it can avoid being hit, it might be able to stay in a little bit longer. Here goes the Thwacky. He goes for a Discharge. Well, that's a bad idea. Discharge hits the entire field. It kills its own partner. Squirtle goes down, and it barely does damage to the other 2 Pokemon. That was a real bad move on the Sylveon's part. Thwacky knocks it out, and Thwacky now gets double teamed because of it. There goes the Stomp. Stomp doing a decent amount of damage. Vanillish with a chance to attack as well. There goes the Screech. Setting things up, gonna lower the defenses on that Thwacky. There we go, as everyone heals up from the grassy terrain. Now we're down to the final 2 on each team. Rillaboom comes out. Cyndaquils were able to quickly make up for the momentum they lost early on in this match with that Misty Explosion. It's about even. Rillaboom, the only Pokemon with full health, and it's gonna go first. That Rillaboom with the Topsy-Turvy, that's gonna fail Thwackey with a chance to try and attack. Here it goes with the Gastro Acid. That's gonna suppress abilities. It gets rid of the Intimidate, but that was already used, so that was a wasted turn from the Sylveons as a Heat Wave comes from the Incineroar. Rillaboom gets to avoid it, but Thwackey gets hit hard. He has 4 HP left. And then the Vanillish with the Glare. Vanillish, the interesting strategy by the Cyndaquils, if you've noticed, they've used the Incineroar to attack every turn while Vanillish does all of the status and setup moves. That might be the strategy that gets them the win. They focus on one Pokemon as their attacker and one Pokemon as the assister. And that definitely can help them win this match. The Rillaboom now paralyzed, gonna be slower. Here comes Thwackey with a bite. Not very effective on that Incineroar. Thwackey looks like it's about to go down. After that huge hit from the Incineroar. Incineroar going with the Draining Kiss, trying to get some health back. It's against the Rillaboom. Rillaboom taking just a little bit of damage, but it does gain some health. It's probably going to be at full health again after the Grassy Terrain heals it. Here comes the Vanillish with a Moonblast. It's on the attack this time. That Moonblast hits the Thwackey, and Thwackey goes down. Just Rillaboom left on the Sylveons. Rillaboom's got its work cut out for it as it has to fight 2 Pokemon. Now it'll be double teamed on every turn, but here comes the high jump kick. Super effective. Incineroar lives, but man, what a hit. Incineroar, if it didn't heal itself, man, it would have been in the danger zone. But it is very, very close. That was an excellent move by the Sylveons. What a way to turn it around. It was looking pretty dire for them. Now all they have to do is take out that Incineroar, and it'll be Vanillish versus Rillaboom, which is what the Sylveons want. That's the matchup they want. The Acid is super effective, doing a bit of damage. Downside is Rillaboom is paralyzed, so it has to break through that every turn. There's the Shockwave, not very effective. Yeah, barely doing any damage there. Rillaboom breaks through the paralysis again, doing a good job there. And it goes for a dive. Excellent idea. The dive, one, will be super effective on the Incineroar if it hits the Incineroar. And it gets to avoid both attacks coming from the Cyndaquils here. That's how you've got to play it. Sylveons showing their battle strategy. There we go. There goes the Stomp, which will fail. Vanillish, will it go back to setting up things? We'll see. Goes for the Aerial Waste. That fails as well. That would have been super effective. It is against the Incineroar. It gets knocked out. Very smart move by the Sylveons there. Well played by them. They still have to contend with the paralysis, but being up against the mid-evolution on the other team is pretty much your best bet, even though they do have a typing disadvantage. We'll see what happens. There goes a Wish from the Vanillish. So Vanillish wishes to use this Wish so it can heal back up some health in the future. We'll see if that helps him out. It could actually be huge if they get hit hard by this Rillaboom. There we go, Vanillish. Vanillish now with the skill swap. Gonna swap the abilities there of these 2 Pokemon. So now Rillaboom gets Ice Body. Doesn't have Overgrow anymore. That definitely can hurt the Sylveons. If Rillaboom gets itself in the danger zone, it can no longer get that boost to its grass-type moves. There goes the Darkest Lariat, though, swinging with the entire drum set. That does a decent amount of damage. And the Wish heals it all the way back up. That's what it was wanted to do. As if it didn't get hit at all. Smart move by the Cyndaquils. Oh my gosh. These 2 teams, you have to admire the way they have been playing tonight. Vanillish putting Grassy terrain back up. Okay. Really likes the grass. I mean, it does get health back from it as well. I'm not sure if that's the best, though. Oh, here comes a Moonblast from the Rillaboom. And there we go. The health coming back to both sides of the field. It's about even. Oh my. I did not expect this match to come down to the wire the way it has, but it definitely is down to the wire. Here comes the Vanillish with an Earthquake. That's going to be resisted. Strong move, but yeah, barely does any damage at all. Not very effective. Rillaboom can take that with ease, but it's paralyzed. So unable to attack, and that's where the advantage the Cyndaquils have here. They might just be able to land more moves. Of course, that means they could run out of Metronome quicker. They may need, like, end up struggling. So that's another downside. We'll have to see how this turns out. There goes the sand attack from the Vanillish. Oh, now they're just playing dirty. Rillaboom's life is a bit more uncomfortable because it has sand in its eyes. And it will, well, it may miss its attacks now. Parabolic Charge does land. And that's another healing move, and Rillaboom gets some health back, plus the grassy terrain. Neither of these Pokemon been in the yellow is the question. I don't think they have. They've been out here for so long, and they just continue to heal themselves and heal themselves, just keeping themselves in the match. From both sides of the field here. There goes the Vanillish. Goes for a power trip. I don't think it's raised any of its stats, so yeah, that doesn't do much. Vanillish hasn't really been able to damage this Rillaboom at all. Rillaboom going for another dive. It definitely has been conserving PP. It's definitely been conserving PP, and Vanillish is going to waste another turn as Rillaboom's under the water. So the Cyndaquils have to start worrying about that, the amount of PP they have. Because if Vanillish struggles, that's going to be the end of the match, because there's no way it can do enough damage to take out the Rillaboom. Rillaboom misses the dive, and the grassy terrain finally disappears. Here we go, Vanillish. Vanillish with the Retaliate. That doing a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot, Rillaboom. Now itself actually gets to retaliate using Swagger. Oh, it's avoided. Swagger could have been huge if it got Vanillish to hit itself. Also, it could have gotten Vanillish to do more damage since it hasn't been able to do a lot. There we go, Vanillish now using Ice Beam. That's super effective. And Stab. And it drops the Rillaboom after all those hits. Not being able to do a lot of damage. One move from it, one Ice Beam actually took it out. Oh my goodness. The end of that match was interesting as those two Pokemon really refused to go down. So the first win will go to the Cyndaquils there. That's a bit of an upset as the Sylveons is one of the top teams for the season. The Cyndaquils able to overcome them there. That was a hard match. We'll see if they can do it again in game 2. Of course, next we're going to be checking out the Shadow Squad going up against the Eevees, the Eevee Hearts, and seeing who will win game 1 in that match. Thank you so much to our patrons for supporting the channel. As always, if you want to become a patron, there is a link in the description below to support the channel. It helps me make the videos. And I really appreciate that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so more people can find the channel. We want to get to 500 subscribers so I can get that nice community tab and make it easier for me to communicate with you guys here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and strive for that 500 subscriber mark. We can get there. We're close to 200 now, and we'll be hoping for that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time.